right, so here she is. It's a 2006 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. This is the V8 model, so the 6-liter. I don't know, I like this thing a lot. I've only owned it for about 2 months now. It did come with the stock wheels on it, which I believe were 16s, and these are some 18s here. And then, I mean, you can see the specs of the wheels right there. But yeah, I mean, I'll even put a picture up. It also did have the stock taillights on it. I'll see if I have a picture of that as well. I put just some, they're clear like lenses, but they have the black casings, so you can still see everything clear. But honestly, I think they look way better, especially from stock. And when I got it as well, it had a plastic handle, and then it didn't have this, like the bezel. But I bought a new one, put a new bezel on it. It does like come off still. Honestly, I'm not sure what I need to do with it, but I mean, if you know, let me know. I think I just need to put maybe like a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of, what do you call that? Like the, just a little piece in between to keep it still, because that thing does move out a lot and it pops out sometimes, so it gets a little annoying. But yeah, I mean, pretty much everything on this is stock. It's got, obviously stock exhaust. It's very quiet. I'll turn it on in a minute, but I am missing a hubcap on that wheel, and I was gonna get a new one, but I was looking it up and it's like $50 for just a hubcap, so I don't want to mess with that. Got some aftermarket lug nuts. They have like a key for them, so nobody can steal the wheels. Just everything stock suspension, stock everything really. I am kind of having an issue, not a big issue, but the I can't remember exactly what they're called, but the like shocks or whatever, they are seeping a little bit and they're getting pretty old, so it's a bouncy ride. It's kind of sagging a little bit in the front. Other than that, like, the steering is good. I do believe I need to replace the bushings on there. Pretty much all the bushings actually. If you look at that one as well. Everything's just kind of getting old. This thing was pretty well maintained, but there's just some issues with it. I plan on changing these out for, these are tow mirrors, like they come out and everything, but I would like to get the ones that go vertical instead of horizontal. There's no bed liner in it, which isn't really a big deal for me. I mean, I don't really care. Only a little bit of rust, some pieces here and there, but it just doesn't really look like it goes too deep. It's not chipping out or anything. So I think that should just be not too bad to, replace or get touched up, but yeah, no bed liner. Honestly, it does look pretty good in here though. There's not a whole lot of like dents in it. I've seen a lot of work trucks with like just huge dents and gashes in them. Just the work trucks, but I'll show you. It's under the hood. I'll show you inside as well, but I'll do that in a minute. Stock headlights and everything. I do plan on making a video and kind of clearing these up and do more of a permanent fix, because if you don't like sand them and buff them out and put some clear coat, it'll just go back to being that hazy yellow. But as far as the inside, it's pretty clean in here. It's been pretty well maintained. Nothing looks too crazy bad in here. There's a little bit of like tried oil down there, so that kind of worries me a little. But I mean, it's an old truck. I'm sure there's been a lot of spilled oil and stuff on there. It does have a coolant leak somewhere. I can't actually find where exactly the coolant leak is, but I mean, as you can see, if you can see the coolant, I literally like, I mean, it doesn't look as bad now because the truck's turned off, but I put a gallon in it like 2 months ago, and then just last week I had to put another gallon in it because it was like bone dry and starting to overheat a little bit. Not overheat, but you know, getting pretty hot. Yeah, I mean, everything's stock. I believe the block is an LS. It's the 6.0 Vortec. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much crazy with it. It sounds good, it runs good, but sorry about that. A car was going by, and I'm on a gravel field, so it's pretty loud. I didn't want the camera to pick up too much of that, but yeah, it looks like it's got a relatively new battery in it. I mean, nothing just looks really too beat up. Obviously, the exhaust manifolds are, you know, pretty rusty, but I feel like that's pretty normal in any truck I've seen. And again, I just want to kind of clarify, I don't know like a whole lot about, you know, trucks. I had a little Honda before this. It was like a 01 Civic, and that thing was really easy to work on, so I did most of my own maintenance and oil changes and stuff, as I do on this as well. But you know, I do know it is a different ball game, so I don't want to pretend like I know everything that I'm talking about, but you know, I feel like I know an okay amount. But a couple other things I wanted to note with this is on the inside here, I've got my little dog with me. It's a little bit messy in here. I just use this thing for work, so there's a lot of food containers and stuff. But these cheap plastic handles, these things are just so weak. This thing like barely works. I mean, well, this one, I don't even use it. I mostly use this inside one to pop it out because I just can't even with these ones. This actually broke on me probably about a week ago. Just snapped right off. So they do sell a metal replacement and like upgrade for these handles as well as these ones, because these are plastic as well. I do want to replace them because that would just make it that much nicer. Let me go to the other side here. Damn it. I locked it. Real quick while I'm actually doing it, I have to also replace this locker, you know, one of the mechanisms in here, because it is just insanely difficult. Let me show you here. Like, locking it is fine, but the unlocking, I have to like literally like almost force it. That's how it's been since I've got it. But this side as well, it's really weak. I mean, you can even just see it. Like, these things are just cheap. It works pretty well, you know, way better than the other side. But yeah, I mean, I got the it is the work truck model, so you know, I don't have like leather seats or anything, but honestly I like it better in my opinion. Sorry about that. But you know, it does come with these the like utility flooring, so I don't even really have to put any mats or anything in there. It does kind of suck though, because things do just like, especially this, I keep my jump box under the seat, but this thing just slides around everywhere when I'm driving around. But yeah, so that's kind of back there. And then sorry, it's pretty messy, but I do have, you know, the bench seat. This does not come down, obviously. It doesn't have the little center console or whatever. I do still got cup holders. I have, you know, stock head unit, pretty much stock everything. Sounds like shit. I have a little Bluetooth thing for now, but you know, just kind of, yeah, you know, basic interior, not too bad. I also have the roll up and roll down windows. They work well, but you know, I've heard it's better because they don't break on you or whatever, but even this one's a little tough to even roll up and roll down. Stock speakers, and front and back. These front ones don't work. The back ones do work. They're not great, but oh, excuse me. But they do work. So sorry, as I said, I was sick, and you know, it's pretty cold out, but you know, it is the 4x4 model. I do have the manual shifter for 4x4. It's an automatic. I can't remember. I think it might be a 5-speed, but it does have overdrive and everything. You know, I got working AC, working heat. Yeah, I mean, this thing's just pretty nice, you know. Oh wow, I'm surprised this thing isn't dead. That was on like that all night. I've actually done that a couple times, so these things do have a pretty good battery life, as far as like leaving lights on. But I will turn it on for you. Let me actually go set this up out here. So, you know, nothing too crazy. It's the stock exhaust, so it's pretty quiet. But I do plan on doing like a muffler delete, and you know, eventually something a little more, like a little nicer, but I don't have a ton of money. You know, just working with what I got. But yeah, I mean, there's not really too much else to show you for now. I plan on, you know, doing headlights, doing a couple little other minor things. I want to spray this black. I'm kind of undecided if I want to spray the chrome black or not, but we'll see. I do kind of like the white and black look. Well, not even kind of. I really like it. I'm undecided if I want to debadge it or if I want to spray this black and then just have it kind of, you know, all blacked out. I do have, you know, obviously the Chevrolet on the back. I do like it. I like that it's black. I like that it matches everything. You know, the 4x4, obviously, this is just a sticker. I want to take this off. I like, you know, knowing that I have the 4x4, but I already know that myself, so I kind of just want to take it off. I feel like it looks a little goofy. Another little thing I wanted to note also is I do have some, you know, small body damage, some small dings. When I first got it, this little dent here, this was like all the way dented in. Like it was pretty deep. And I just took kind of a mallet to the inside right there and just popped it out. And honestly, it looks a lot better. Like if I had a picture, I'd show you, but I don't. So, but yeah, I mean, you can kind of imagine. Somebody did bump into me and caused, I think I only had like one of these little dents back here. Or sorry, no, it's right here. This is the one that somebody actually bumped into me. And you know, it kind of pisses me off, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, so I mean, that's the truck. If you're thinking about getting one of these, honestly, I really recommend. I think if I had a little more money, I would go with the 6.6 diesel, the Duramax. But you know, those things, like, I think they're like 20 grand for like a 180,000 mile one. So, you know, not something I can afford. And this was, and you know, it's still a gasser, and it's still a nice V8. So, you know, I'm happy with it. And yeah, I expect it to last me a while, but